Sorry, Cruzy. I pulled out all my clothes and I put it on top of his head. Sorry, buddy. Good morning. Nothing like watching Chrome wake up in his underwear. Put his shorts on. Slept with the fan on last night. It was pretty warm outside. It's Christmas, man. Like, how the heck is this warm outside? Well, Christmas is over now. Something I realized I didn't do this year, I didn't decorate my van. I didn't even put up lights. Nothing. I figured maybe something inside me was like, we put a Christmas tree up in the shop. That's good enough. This morning, Cruzy. Go have a shower. Maybe I'll take you to go have a shower today too, bud. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, boy, this gym is busy today. Looks like everybody out here is starting their New Year's resolutions early. It's packed in there. Whoa! Look how foggy that got. You know this was a good shower when. Everything's foggy. My goodness. Your turn to have a bath, buddy. Come on. Cruzy, let's go have a bath. Come on, buddy. Up, up. Let's go. Up, up. There you go. Come on, buddy. Okay, what are we going to do? Oatmeal honey conditioner. Oatmeal honey shampoo. Hey, it's about time, buddy. Which one do you want? You can have one. Any one. You pick one. You pick it, you can have it. For real. Any one. Look at them all. You can have any which one you want. Because I just want the heck out of here. Us boys are all bathed up. Now we are heading to go meet Harge and Polly. They got a little care package for us, which usually means cookies. Usually. Right. So I think today, after Harge and Polly, I may go back to the Mercedes dealership and just take another little walk around. I got a really big email from Cage, the guy I mentioned in a video the other day. Well, he heard that I mentioned him and then sent me another really long novel email about some more of his experiences with being in his Sprinter now full-time 6 years. So I think maybe that might be a good idea for us to kind of go through that. It might also help me iron out my decision here. Are you happy to be nice and clean? You look really good, buddy. Sometimes I forget that you're actually white and not like a cream color and brown. There we are, buddy. IKEA. Just my grocery shopping for the month. Trader Joe's. You guys do a lot of shopping in the USA?
We did go to Trader Joe's.
Because there's treats around here somewhere. Cruzy, come here. Whoa, Cruzy. Cruzy, do you know it's your birthday coming up in a few days?
Look at that. Oh, look at it. You got it.
Another year older and still cool as ever. Happy birthday. Hey, Cruzy, you got a birthday present. Break it into a few pieces. He will swallow He'll swallow the whole thing. Hey. He will swallow the whole thing whole. Oh,
okay.
This is definitely something I'm not supposed to have.
There's a
I know
fear.
it.
There's a fear that somebody's
Yeah, Polly made him doggy-friendly donuts. You smashed the whole thing, buddy. It's always nice to see Harge and Polly, and they always give me a ginormous care package. I'm loaded up right now. Anyway, we're heading into downtown Vancouver right now because I really been thinking about this Mercedes. This is how us van lifers roll. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. It's funny when people see me shaving, they're driving by like, what's this guy doing? We are heading to the Mercedes dealership. A little bit nervous about this. A little bit nervous. Still on the fence. What color? That is a sick color though. There's a blue gray camper van right there. My gosh, is that sick. That is a pretty cool color though. Problem I see is there's a lot of camper vans in that color. Okay, so I went in there today just to talk to the guys about money and what it's gonna come with. Man, my heart's beating again. What a mess in here. With Polly and them at IKEA, I got myself some end tables for the shop, plus the great big care packages from them. All right, we gotta put some organization into this thing after the Christmas chaos. My van's chaos. Look it. Hey, Chris. What a ginormous mess, buddy. I got a remote control car for Christmas. Check that thing out. Hey? It was so much fun and so fast. It was cool. As you can tell, I took it out and beat on it a bit. Yeah. So I've clearly chosen the Mercedes Sprinter as my next home. I've been in and out of a few dealerships over the last little while, teasing myself, looking at colors and different features that each of them have, trying to make that decision, because it is not easy. When you have a chance to buy something brand new and everything is out there at your, reach, you got a big decision to make. Is it going to be the Mercedes Sprinter all-wheel drive, or buy an older used one and get one in a four-wheel drive? And because you could, and I found a few really nice used Sprinters online, but there were like 250,000 kilometers on them already. And I look at that as 250,000 kilometers on a vehicle that I can no longer put in anymore because somebody else already did. You gonna cover the window? Okay, so the reason why I've chosen Sprinter, and I've done the comparison between the Ford Transit and the Sprinters, because those would probably be my two top choices. But what really hits the Transit is that once you get them longer, or as long as the Mercedes Sprinter ones, they have such a big overhang on the backside of the tire on the Transits, which the all-wheel drive Sprinters don't have that. So that is a huge limiting factor, because I know for me on my van, that's my hinder in the backcountry, is you get up any kind of a dip at all, you're going to be dragging the back of that van like that. So that was one of the main reasons why I'm choosing the Sprinter. The other plethora, if that's a word I'm looking for, of reasons are because of my friends that I have around me. I got quite a few friends that own Sprinter vans that preach them till the end of time. They love them thoroughly. And I've talked to a few of them, and also Cage, which is a subscriber to the channel that we met many years ago back in Ontario. And he sent me lots and lots of emails with his views and his opinions after him owning one for 6 years. I think they've been in theirs, and they tow a ginormous trailer behind it. And his emails were thorough. They were awesome, giving me the pros and the cons. And the great thing about hearing that stuff from him in such detail is it was literally everything I've been hearing from everybody else that owns a Sprinter that absolutely loves them. They've all given me the same pros and the cons, but the pros seem to outweigh the cons in every single scenario. You know, I heard that the all-wheel drive Transit has more foot-pounds of torque versus the new 2024-2025 all-wheel drive Sprinter. But at the end of the day, I also heard that they have a better track record on the Sprinter side for the engines that are in them. Anyway, I'm not going to get into those details because I don't know all the facts. I just know I've made my decision. Transit moves that way. Mercedes Sprinter, it is. Holy crap. I think, maybe. I still got to go and see if I can actually make it happen to go get it. Oh, I'm nervous, guys. Like, seriously freaking nervous about this. So let me dive into a few things that Cage brought up in his emails to me about his Sprinter. Here's one email. Look at, that's one email. Oh, there's another one. Look along there. He's giving me all the details. Cage, thank you so much for putting the time into that. It really means a lot. I was thinking that I was going to really go in and make a full-blown video about this, but I think just skipping through this today will kind of show you guys what other people are saying about the Sprinter and why I'm choosing to go that route. So Cage says they got theirs new in 2018. They have a Sprinter 3500 4x4 dually. It's got the high torque engine. It's got a different engine than the one that I have. He goes, the 2500 engine, like the one I'm looking at, will be like driving a cloud down the highway. And that is true. When I took that thing out for a test drive, it drove so smooth. It was beautiful. And he says, and yes, 1,000 kilometers per tank that the dealer told me is incorrect. So he said, I know Jared chimed in on this scenario, but he says that it should be about 750 to 800 kilometers on a fully loaded 2500, which would be the one that I'm getting. He said, I used to work out of one of those vans, and you can also get an ARB 177 liter gas tank upgrade. Yup, you know Chrome's getting that for sure, which should get you about 1,500 kilometers in range. Insanity. So let me show you some video clips here. So Cage and them, they tow a trailer fully loaded, full of all the tools that they need to work and do whatever they need to do on the road. Their trailer, I think, is like 16 feet plus the nose in, so maybe 20 feet long. It's literally the same size as their Sprinter. I'll throw some clips and stuff in here and maybe some shots of their YouTube channel if you guys want to go check them out. Really knowledgeable. Good people. So Cage says, as for Sprinter vans, here are my thoughts and experiences. The body on the Sprinter vans are very nice. The premium paint jobs, which will be on that blue one that I'm looking at, premium paint jobs are a little bit more rugged than the white ones. Historically, they have had on their van very little maintenance on the van since they got it. He does his own oil and filter changes, which is easy to do and way better than paying $1,000 a pop for Mercedes to do it. You'll need to document it yourself, doing it to keep all the warranty and stuff approved, and use all approved oil and components from Mercedes. Otherwise, you can't do them on your own, which was really cool. All right, so they're talking about the warranty. The extended warranty won't cover everything, but for us, it paid off as we tow 7,000 pounds behind their vehicle in that big trailer. Sounds like they had a drive shaft problem. Says you'd get your tie rods replaced under warranty within 80,000 kilometers because the factory ones aren't so great. Brakes should last 150,000 kilometers on that Mercedes, including towing the trailer. That is bonkers. I love the sound of that. See, these are all the things that I hear from people that own Mercedes, because when I judge the vehicles by what I read in the YouTube comments, they play up Mercedes to be the devil, like the worst thing you could ever do on the absolute planet, worst vehicle ever made. I hear that all the time, but when you start hearing things like this from people that actually live in their vehicles and use their vehicles on a daily basis, live in their vehicles because these rigs are heavy, they really put those vehicles to some serious use. So when you start hearing things like this on a repeat from everybody who has one, it makes that decision pretty darn easy. And also answer why I see so many Sprinter camper van conversions on the road. More than you see these ones. 100%. Now, when you start hearing stories like this from longtime owners who live in their vans full time, you start to learn why this is such a damn good choice for my next home. And if you're going to make that investment in another home, you might as well do it right. So this is why we're here. Thanks, Cage. I'm going to half blame this on you. So he said, we just dropped $6,500 into the van repairs for some sensors and stuff. And right now they're at 260,000 kilometers on that vehicle, and they're starting to do repairs now. We also replaced a blower motor, which was $1,200, a front wheel bearing, which was $2,000, replaced timing belts and pulleys, $750. Replaced an exhaust pipe rusting part, which was $600 twice. Guess that part continued to rust. He says maybe if yours happens to have the same rusty scenario, find an aftermarket part that's better that won't rust again, because they're coming up on the third muffler repair, which is a muffler repair. We're not talking engine failures and big bad problems, which is 6 years in, dude, or however long it's been since 2018. These are good stories. And he starts talking about the downsides, and then went on to deep dives about the bells and whistles. I said that the blue van I was looking at doesn't have all the bells and whistles. And he said Jared's advice is solid. So Jared told me that don't worry about the bells and whistles. You'll end up shutting all that drive assist and all that other fancy stuff off. You're not going to miss it, so don't even worry about it. He says skip the fancy stuff. Just something else to go wrong. Definitely go for a nice aftermarket dash. So they're talking about going with a nicer dash piece, because the bigger bells and whistles one had a fancier dash, but you can buy an aftermarket one. He goes, just make sure that aftermarket one does have the ability of connecting your rear camera. It does. It's pretty cool. And then he went in about some of the things and some advice on mounting a spare tire on the back, and a few other things, making this an absolute no-brainer decision that this guy wants a Mercedes Sprinter. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Insane. But you should see what Cage and Ellie did to their trailer. Sorry, Cage, I'm going to steal some of your videos. Check this out.
As you can see from the opener video, this is a fairly large trailer here. It's a 16-foot long, plus the V, 8.5 wide, and about 7 feet tall on the interior. This is my office window now, where I get to enjoy the forest or a bush or a lake or wherever we are at that point in time. In this trailer build, we needed to have a permanent workbench, which is so useful when the weather outside is either like raining, snowing, or too hot. And it's great as well because this whole space that we have in here is heated.
Things are going nuts. When I told you guys in that first video that in 2025 things are going to change around here, I wasn't lying to you. So many people on that video going, clickbait, not clickbait. You should know me by now. When I say something that I'm feeling in here and in here, usually things happen, and they happen fast. I'm a very emotional person. I believe in everything that I feel in here through and through. I am my biggest cheerleader. So in these moments when everything fires on the right cylinder, I jump into it head first. Why? Because in life, you got to do these things. And I think after what, we're on our 8th year in this van, I think it's due time for some change, to get some bigger space in a wide open area, something that we can stand in for the next handful of years going forward. So you never know. Maybe tomorrow, maybe, oh my gosh, my heart just beats just thinking about this. Just boom, I can feel it throbbing inside of me.